Here we go. Hello. Hello, I'm Claire Louise. Hi from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Hey, Seedles. For Friday. Friday the 28th of May. How was your full moon? I had problems sleeping for 2 nights, the nights either side of it. But apart from that, it was okay. I got through the whole negativity thing from all of the parcel stuff that was going on. I don't think I told you about one of them. There's a parcel that went missing last week. One of my parcels went missing. None of the staff anywhere could find it. No one recognized the signature who signed for it. And anyway, yesterday we did the super sleuth thing. Me and the delivery guy, we found it. So that was exciting. And I spent a lot of time, 4 phone calls to the bank yesterday trying to sort out stuff about my card and things like that. So that's on its way, sorted out. All is well again in Claire's world. How about everyone else? Did you sort out the aftermath of the full moon? And then I had to sort myself out. Then I had to because the weather didn't help either. It's been cloudy and it's been raining here. And yeah, I had to check myself because it's not often I get in a funk. And I did. I got in a funk. Hey Timothy, hey Christine, hey Chris. Oh, 3 moderators in the house. You're all here. Hey Amanda. Hello Elizabeth. Oh, you're off the screen. I don't know why you're off the screen. I was going to do that weird scrolling thing again. So I'm going to get some cards out for the collective. Do some channeling, see what our guides want to tell us today. If you want a mini read, then just check out that pinned comment in the live chat there that tells you what to do to get a mini read. And yeah, it's by donation. So super chat, super sticker, or there's a PayPal link in there as well if that YouTube stuff doesn't work for you. And if you've got a question for your higher self, then put a capital Q in at the start of your comment just so I can find it easily. Hey Robin, hey Maria. You're in a major funk. I know. It's like that full moon. It rattled me. It takes a lot. In fact, it doesn't. It takes little annoying things to get me in a funk. It doesn't take a lot. Not big things, just little annoying things. You total funk too. I friend had to slap you out. I had to slap myself out of it. I'm in lockdown. Slap myself out of it. I had a massage yesterday. That was really good. So good. What have we got here? Watch and listen carefully. Didn't we have that? Yeah, we did. We had that in the energy update today. Believe people when they show you who they are. Don't make up stories. You know, when I was listening to it this morning as I was having a shower and doing a hair mask and stuff, because it's record videos all day today. And I was thinking, you know, when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I used to think about dream guys, my dream guy, my dream partner. It's a bit messed up, isn't it, that wording? The dream one. The dream one, the one that you imagine them to be. Not reality guy, dream guy. Anyway, I was thinking about that when I was having my shower this morning. Oh no, you think your Facebook was hacked, Maria? Watch out, everybody. Well, so watch and listen carefully. We've got to be like super blunt with ourselves at the moment, I think. And the golden moment. So this is the Ace of Pentacles. Same energy. It's the golden moment. An opportunity. Pay attention. Class, pay attention. Oh, you bought yourself peonies today. That's nice. Hey, Susanna. And anyone I haven't said hello to yet, if I missed you. Thank you, William. Yeah, so I had to sort myself out. It took my energy down. But once I'd been on the phone to the bank yesterday afternoon, I was good after that. Thank you, Elizabeth. Have you got a question for your reading, you guys? You put a Q. William, with no question. The Q's got to be attached to the question. If you put a Q in a different comment, that doesn't help me out there. Yummy coffee. My ex basically told my daughter he wouldn't come to the baby's baptism unless he could bring his girlfriend. Ooh. Wow. Oh dear. Tricky. Elizabeth, 2 weeks ago I was in a very good relationship. I got scared, sent him a message, telling him I couldn't do this. Haven't heard from him since. Oh. Elizabeth, let's find out. What do you hear from him? I can imagine, Chris. Yeah, tricky, isn't it? Okay, Elizabeth, will you hear from him? It's okay, I saw it. Green, yes, you will. Let's get some information about this. So, you know, unconditional love, it's a good thing, right? And we're human beings and we need to unconditionally love ourselves, meaning when we make a mess like that, we all get scared, right? It's okay to get scared. And so we've got to love ourselves through that. And when we can love ourselves through that, love ourselves even though we did the wrong thing, even though we told someone what you did, you know? Love yourself, they'll love you too for it, you know? So you got to let yourself off the hook first. Grace and sabotage. That's what I just said. So to get back in the flow, you've got to stop the sabotage. Feeling bad about it, you're still sabotaging yourself, right? It's like doing something wrong and then punishing yourself for it constantly afterward doesn't get you out of that sabotage. It continues that sabotage going. If you do the sabotage and then you go, oh, yeah, I slipped up, but it's okay, then you end the sabotage right there and it's just a fleeting thing, one thing you did wrong. If you hold on to it and punish yourself for it, you keep that sabotage going. So this is up to you to get yourself in that grace again. So it seems to me like it's not going to contact you until you've got yourself out of that energy. And when you've got yourself out of that energy, you'll probably just like get in touch with yourself and say, sorry, I spazzed out. I got scared. It's going to happen from time to time because I'm a human being, you know. So, excuse me. Move away in compassion here, Elizabeth. Have compassion for yourself. You're a muggle. We're all muggles deep down. We're all muggles inside. Move away. What's that? Move away. Yeah, I mean, and it is kind of a good test, isn't it? Can you be a human being? I met this amazing guy online. This was a few years ago. He was instrumental in my life. Never met him in person, but him even existing, because we were so similar to each other, made me okay about myself. It's like, oh, there are people out there at my level kind of thing. So, but we were like chatting back and forth, hitting it off, having a great time. But then at one point, I was vulnerable. I said, I don't know, something that scared me, or I don't know. I showed some vulnerability, and I even explained it. But it came down really hard on me, and that was a huge red flag to me. It's like, okay, so this isn't someone that you can be vulnerable with. Not allowed to be a human being with them. So it can be a kind of an interesting test in relationships. Notice when people do that, you know. So hope that helps you out. What your spirit guides trying to tell you, William? Let's find out. Thanks for your donation, guys. William, what are they trying to tell you? So what are you going to do, Chris? Hey, Marie. What are your spirit guides trying to tell you? Interesting. It's about contacting somebody. Are you getting signs? Is that what you're asking? You're getting signs to contact someone, yeah, to open up the communication. You've got allow and write, allowing yourself to contact someone. So your ego might be saying, but they're in the wrong, I'm not going to contact them, or something like that. It's a situation like that. But your signs are saying to contact them. I wonder why. I got a voice message this morning on Facebook from someone that owns a group. It was really passive aggressive. Yeah. When you get to a certain point, it seems the light workers aren't so light anymore, and they start attacking. Yeah, I just removed myself from a group. It was a message like, can you hold yourself back because you're shining a little bit too brightly? No, I'll just leave you guys alone, shall I? So, William, what is this about? You contacting somebody. Believe in yourself. Oh, okay. So you're holding yourself back. This is getting in touch with someone, sending someone a message or calling them again, something like that. Someone that you've been getting signs about. Do you know what I'm talking about? Allowing yourself to write to them, allowing yourself to contact them. So you're telling yourself a story, or your ego mind is telling you a story about why not to. Your higher self is saying, but yeah, contact them. What's running underneath that story that you're telling yourself of not contacting them? It's really that you don't, that you're, it's really like a lack of confidence in yourself or a lack of belief in yourself. So let me try and explain this. So we might think, oh yeah, I'm not going to contact that family member because they did the wrong thing. They said the wrong thing, and I'm in the right. Right, we might be telling ourselves that, but deep down, what's really behind that is us um, not really believing in our truth, not really believing that that's true. We might have done something wrong, and yeah, so it's something like that. Deeper down, there's you not believing in yourself. You thinking that you might have done something wrong or something like that. Anyway, your higher self wants you to act on the signs that you're getting and contact that person, writing to them. It'll be sending them a message or something like that. Make sense, William? So sort out that belief in yourself, which is really interesting because with this bank stuff, some of you might not know. A couple of days ago, I went to get some cash out at the ATM, which I only do like once a month. I get a lot out once a month and pay my rent, and I leave it sat in my safe, and I just take a little bit out whenever I need it out the safe. And I went to get some cash out, and it said, your card has expired. I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit. I know how do I get money out. So, but the interesting thing to me was how I felt about that. Now, you know, this feeling that we get that we've done something wrong, like, you naughty girl, now the police are going to get you. You know, do you ever get that feeling of dread, like you've done something wrong, you're going to get caught? It's like there's a term behind that that's similar to it. Imposter syndrome. It's a bit like that, but it's more a dread, like feeling like you're fundamentally wrong as a person, and you're going to get caught out for it. Does anyone else get that? I know it's really common. So it was very interesting to me that, because I haven't had that feeling for such a long time, and I used to get that feeling around money a lot, as if like if everyone realized that I didn't have the money or I didn't pay that bill, I used to get that feeling a lot. And I haven't had it for ages, and I got that feeling again when I couldn't get the money out, like as if it's a big deal, not noticing when your ATM card is going to expire. I know when my credit card's going to expire because they constantly ask you that question when you put it in on websites. What's the expiry date? What's the expiry date? It's February 22. I know it from my credit card, but ATM card, Literally nobody ever asks you for that expiry date, so you don't look at it. Anyway, I thought that was interesting because I actually did some EFT tapping on that, to deal with that feeling, because after I'd sorted it out, I still had that feeling inside that I was naughty and I've done something wrong. Where does that come from? Probably because I had a really hard family, emotionally hard family. And so if you did something wrong, even from being a tiny, tiny kid, if I didn't know something, because I hadn't learned it yet, because I was only just been born, they were still really hard and would make fun of me for not knowing something. And so there was all, I think I had that introduced to me and reinforced in me at a very early age too, that I'm stupid or I'm wrong or I've done something wrong. Anyway. And so EFT tapping, if people don't know what that is, find out. Google it. It's really good. It's really good for dealing with states like that, those random states, those emotional states that happen, a feeling of dread or that imposter syndrome, things like that. It's really good for that stuff. Tapping. You do it on points in your face and stuff. Brad Yates, he's great. He does it. YouTube. Check out his YouTube channel, Brad Yates. Does anyone else use that? Why are you all quiet? Why are you not saying anything? You're being weird, being quiet. You know that feeling, Christine. Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? It doesn't surprise me that you get that feeling too, because I think we had similar kind of, well, we didn't have similar childhoods, let's not put it that way, but yeah, similar experiences that would have led to that kind of thing. They were really hard and cruel, yeah, for sure. You haven't had that one in a while. Deja vu. Yeah, yeah, I haven't had it in a while either, Timothy, and so that was when that's why I really noticed it. It's like, oh, what is this? And even around that parcel that's being held captive by the post office too, I just decided I'm giving that up. I'm giving it up. I'm not going to collect it. I'm not paying $76 to collect a parcel that's worth like 30. That's just ridiculous. I don't need that stuff that's in it. I can cut my losses, kind of thing. Post office and the company that sent it can sort it out if they return it. I don't know what they do here, but I just closed the door on that one. You do the thymus tap. Is that this one? I do that sometimes. You're sitting in your dread. Yeah, I haven't had that one for a while, but it was really interesting that it came up for me around that. I wonder if that ever goes away. I wonder if we can ever go past police as well. I rode past the police. There was a lot of them, and they were all like grinning at me and waving at me and said good morning, even though it was the afternoon. And I had that feeling. Does that ever go away? That feeling that you get when you go past police and like suddenly you've broken the law and they're gonna find, they're gonna catch you, they're gonna stop you for something. I wasn't wearing my mask. They could have stopped me for that. But then I don't when I'm riding my bike because I'll die riding up the hills. And when you're riding up a hill, you can't be taking your mask off at the same time. You've got to hold onto the handlebars. I think being Cancer, Sun and Moon, this full moon always gets you. Okay, yeah. It was a particularly gnarly one, wasn't it? But it's not often that the astrology can shake me. I'm tough not to crack. This one did, just with petty annoyances. Eva. It's like meditation. I keep thinking more should happen. Yeah, the tapping, that EFT tapping, it's very subtle. I mean, it's not something that you'd use for big trauma or stuff like that. No, you need like shadow work and all much bigger things than that. EFT is good for the little stuff like that. Those feelings, it's good for that. Yeah, I tried using it for the big stuff. No, it's subtle. It's subtle. Spring sun. Sunny here all the time. I live in the tropics. Hello, Ludwig. That's a name, isn't it? Use the chest tap. I do that sometimes as well. Feeling nervous, I use that one. That activates your immune system, doesn't it? I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I've heard that activates your immune system. It's very calming, that one. That, I like that. Why have we got Eva out here? What's Eva all about? Duplicity, deception, and caution. See, we've got to take people as they're showing us they are today, and not be overly generous. If you're someone that's overly generous with people, as in seeing the best in them, seeing their potential, don't do that today or around this time. Out of the jungle steps a woman, half of her body covered with exotic plants and flowers. A snake wriggles around her neck. The woman presents herself like a sweet fruit to be picked. She offers excitement and novelty, but be careful. A kiss could be as toxic as the bite of a snake. Like a deceitful friend or lover, her unreadable countenance masks her true intentions. Da, da, da. Watch out. Watch out. Eva's about. Eva, we haven't seen her in a long time. Remember Eva that used to come in here? I can't remember what her handle was. You do resonance repatterning to sort out your stuff. Oh, what's that? I haven't heard of resonance repatterning. Sounds like something similar. You get that feeling too, Susanna? They decided I should be smart before teaching me anything. The small stuff, isn't it? That gets us. That's what this full moon showed me. Not big stuff that gets me mad. Minor annoyances. Trip me up. I also found out, I also activated, while I was on the phone to the bank yesterday, I activated my Apple Pay on my phone. Because I was asking them about that. Someone told me that in here, didn't they, on Wednesday? Cardless. Unfortunately, my bank isn't up with technology. They don't do the cardless ATM thing now, because that would have been ideal. I have to keep my eye out on that. They also don't offer traveller cards anymore, so I can't get a new one of those sent out. So I'm getting another kind of card sent out to me. And I found out that I can change my PIN number myself on my credit card, because I've been playing a game of trying to remember what the hell my PIN number is for my credit card. Because it's been, a year and a few months since I've been on a visa run and used my credit card in person on a machine where there would be a PIN thing. I can't remember what it is. I've been trying to remember. And I tried it yesterday in an ATM. I tried two that I thought it was, and it wasn't that. So anyway, I know what it is now because I changed it to something I can remember. Petty annoyances. That's what the full moon was about for me. Let's get some more cards out. What goddess wants us today? Targetus is trying to jump out. What's resonance repatterning, Seagulls? It sounds interesting. Watermelons are in season here right now. Oh, it's so good. I love them. I've been eating a lot of watermelon. Dan texted you. He found you an album you've been looking for. You're such a jerk, Kaczan. You wanted to scream. I love that. And that's what they've got to put up with. Our people. They've got to show that they can put up with us being a muggle, right? Don't have to be perfect, remember. Which goddess wants to come out today? Here we go. Well, after reaching 5,000 subscribers, it's going up much faster now. Almost at 5,200. It's going to be 6,000 in no time at all. Next week, I'm guessing. Maybe even this week. Oh, it's Friday. Hell. Seals. It's a technique that uses kinesiology. Oh. To get to the root of self-sabotage, anxiety, and unconscious behaviors. It's the more useful stuff. I remember when I was learning about EFT, and some people are just so into it, and they say, oh no, you can use it for everything. No, you can't. You can't use it for everything. No, you can't use anything for everything, right? Everything has its time or place. It's subtle. EFT is really subtle, but it's good for some things. It wouldn't work for a broken leg. Nor would psychic readings, you know? You gotta know what to use and when. It's like when people are trying to use the spiritual stuff for their physical health. There's an element of you get yourself emotionally and spiritually sorted and your physical health improves. Absolutely. But when people like that medical medium and stuff like that take it too far, it's like, no, you need to deal with the physical body on a physical level. Same with money too. It's only so far you can go with the inner work stuff. Yes, it's important, but so is the physical stuff too. It does sound interesting. You're plain old annoyed. Yeah, me too. It was amusing to me that how annoyed I was. Yeah, as I said, it didn't help that the sun wasn't out either. I'm like, damn, I'm not as stable as I thought I was. Rebirth. It's time to relinquish and release what isn't working for you. The post office. How can the government? I need to take down the government and the post office. Or, maybe that's too big. Relinquish and release. How can I relinquish and release what isn't working for you? It's always difficult to acknowledge an ending, but Goddess of Death, Hell, is here to remind you that it's the only way to find yourself at a new beginning. Oh, okay. So that full moon, the petty annoyances. We need to release something. So what do you need to release? Yes, of course it is. The private full moon readings were very interesting. They were very intense this time. Not many people got them this time, probably because of that. Probably feel that it's going to be intense. Better not get one. Took the practitioner courses years ago. I loved using it. It utilizes thousands of healing modalities. Good job. Oh yeah, when you can use your intuition along with modalities. Isn't it great? I like that. Yeah. You can also use it to resonate with a goal. You don't always align with our intentions, yeah. Good job. Hi, Sherry. What now? What next? Let's get a cat. Chicken cat's there. Do you want to see her? There she is. Sleeping. About the eclipse. Eclipses have arcs. You can have the message delivered up to a month before or a month after. It was right on time this time. Whew, those 2 days. Yeah, right. Just centered around it for me. Anyway. Jeepers creepers. Wasn't that bad, really. I mean, I'm glad. For me, personally, I'm glad I don't have bigger stuff than that going on. I can just imagine how people's lives might have been like. Muggles. Going through that energy. A lot to face up to. I disagree, Miriam. Your mum had double lung cancer. She had no treatment apart from faith healing. Yeah. Yeah, it has its place, absolutely. I understand that. I mean, and I've seen that myself, like around things like cancer. Not just cancer. There's just certain things that are a lot to do with somebody's emotional state, right? Like if somebody's really negative, or people can make themselves sick all the time by being like that, right? But when it's, yeah, there's a lot of physical involved with a lot of ailments. Let's say like breaking your leg. If you break your leg, I mean that one's obvious. You need to go to a doctor for that. You don't use faith healing for that. But yeah, there's all kinds of things in between too. Some people take the spiritual stuff too far. Morning, Connie. So it's not all spiritual, it's not all emotional, and it's not all physical. It's a mixture of the two. And we need to know, like Cecil said, we need to know. We need to intuitively know what level to deal with things. Some people will say like, oh, EFT, you can use it for everything, or faith healing, you can use it for everything. You can't. Not anything can you use for everything. That's my point. So I think actually you're agreeing with me, Mary. Or maybe not. I don't care. Majesty. Meet Majesty. She lives inside each one of us. She's the queen of the vulnerable heart, the yearning soul, and the seeking mind. Interesting, the vulnerable heart, our vulnerabilities. Full moon. Showing up our vulnerabilities where we've still got sticking points, right? She helps us see our majesty, helps us to honor our gifts, hone our skills, and be true to our word. Let us not diminish ourselves with endless self-criticism and self-negation. Let us not diminish ourselves with endless self-criticism and self-negation. I wonder if it was those vulnerabilities that were coming up over this full moon. You know, because with my personal experience, that it brought up that feeling of dread, that being caught out, that vulnerability. We must wear our crowns of light with love and confidence, grace and generosity of spirit. We all have something to teach and share with our fellows. Cultivate kindness and respect toward yourself so that your gifts may flourish and be shared freely with those around you. How interesting. Put Majesty up there. This one has been coming out a lot lately. Oh. It's complicated. Timothy, you can't type today. Marie, thank you for your donation. Marie, what does your higher self need you to know? Hey, Jamie. What does your higher self need you to know? Oh, it wasn't about them, it was about you. I'm good enough, forgive them. It wasn't about them, it was about you. So whatever's been going on for you, Marie, it wasn't about them, it was about you. Not feeling good enough. You know when we don't feel good enough, and someone can say anything to us and we can take it the wrong way. Like that passive aggressive message that I got this morning from someone with a Love and Light Facebook group. Taking my work personally as if it's holding them back. Do you know what I mean? It's my work has got nothing to do with them. How much I'm posting and my work and however many people are responding to me, how what I'm doing has got nothing to do with that. So for example, um, if you were to say, what, I don't know, an example. So if I was to say I'm healthy, somebody who is not feeling good enough might say, "Oh, what, you're trying to tell me? Are you trying to say that I'm not healthy?" You know what I mean? Have you ever had people in England that do that a lot? People that showing up, they're not feeling good enough by reacting to what you say in the opposite. I'm not explaining this very well. Anyway, it's not about them. It's about you not feeling good enough. So a situation has happened recently, it feels recently, maybe last few days, Marie, with you, where it wasn't about them, it was the way that you took what they said or something. I feel like it was something that they said about themselves, but you took it as being a personal affront to you. Maybe not an affront, I'm putting that a little bit too strongly. Forgive them and question yourself, Marie. Criticism and overwhelming, right? So it's something you took as a criticism, and it wasn't. It's like, yeah, it's it can be surprising sometimes how people take things. In our Facebook group, if you're not in our Facebook group, join it. It's called Psychic Cafe, No Muggles Allowed. Somebody posted something about, oh, I'm gonna have to find it, because I used to post things like like the meme that I saw in there on Facebook on my thingy on my business page, and I remember the reactions that it used to get. Let me just find it. I'll read it out. Here you go. It's this one. Susan posted it. No one's going to love you exactly like you imagine. No one is ever going to read your mind and take every star from the sky at the perfect time and hand it to you. No one's going to show up at your door on a horse with the shoe you lost. Do you understand? That's why you have to love yourself enough so that any other love just adds more candles to the cake you've already iced. That's Stephanie Bennett Henry that made that meme or said that thing. And when I read that, it's like, it's true, isn't it? But I remember I used to post stuff like that on my Be Healing page, and there'd be so many like sad faces or angry faces. So many people would react to that going, what, no one's going to love me? And people would comment things like that as well. So it's amazing. It's your reaction to stuff is always about where you're at, isn't it? Summary, something you've been reacting to. You've taken it as criticism. Wasn't necessarily criticism. You hardly ever go on Facebook. Yeah, normal. I do it for my work. Anyway, that's it, Marie. That's what your higher self wants you to know. Reacting to something. Hey, Arabella. Thank you, Tanya. What does your higher self want you to know? Jamie, what the heck is it about self-acceptance today? Tanya. Love as in I am love. You're loved. Love as in I am love. Tanya, you're loved. It's interesting, isn't it? I don't know what your personal situation is about that. Whether you're in a relationship or not. And what are you making it mean whether you're in one or not? Sometimes we can make it mean that we're unlovable. What, you haven't found someone to love you yet? What's wrong with you? People will actually say stuff like that. But there's nothing wrong with us. Thank you, Timothy. Yeah, I've got it. I've kind of sorted my hair out again from having the color. It went in really bad condition, and I've fixed it from that. It took quite a bit of repairing after that. But thank you for noticing. Anyway, back to you, Tanya. What are you making it mean? Lovers and I am love. So you are loved. You're lovable. You're loved. Whether you have a lover or not means diddly squat. It's like our value, right? Still a valuable person, whether we've got money or not. You don't become a more valuable person just because you've got a lot of money. Same about relationships. We don't become more lovable if we've got a relationship. I don't know. For me, I think I can become less lovable when I'm in a relationship. Just because I'll fully be myself with somebody, you know. Show them everything. Dealing with a Gemini. Oh. Mm. You've got success and completion here as well. Successfully ending something, and it's not a successful ending like of a relationship or something like that. It's more of a phase that you've been through where you've thought that you're unlovable. It's more of a phase that you've been through where you've not been seeing clearly, you've not been in alignment with your higher self, realizing that you're lovable, realizing that you're loved, that it's got nothing to do with anyone else, right? It's got nothing to do with anyone else. It's like if we keep on responding to life and how other people treat us, and taking that as a kind of a barometer of where we're at, we'll be in a complete mess. You know, someone disrespects you and like, oh, I'm not worthy of respect. Someone doesn't love you. Oh, I'm not worthy of love. We'd be a total mess. Sometimes we are because of that, responding to life, reacting to life. Maria, thank you for your donation. Maria, who's on Facebook too much. Arabella, what does your higher self want you to know? Face the situation and take physical action on it. Oh, like the card of the day today. I put it up on social media just before. Follow me on social media. I'm Be Healing everywhere, apart from Instagram, where I'm Claire Louise Hay, because I've already got Be Healing. Arabella, face the situation and take physical action. Yeah, the card of the day was about change, and it was about the small steps that we take toward change. We can always take the first couple of steps in this moment right now toward change. Everything. There's no giant leaps. Everything, even the hugest things that we make in the world, start off with the first few steps, and we can always take those in the moment. So there's some physical action to take, Arabella. You need to ask yourself what action you can take. It took me something to take that action yesterday to call the bank. I don't like doing stuff like that, but I got on Skype and I did it, and it wasn't that bad. And I didn't find myself making excuses either when I talked to them. I just told them what the situation was. I'm in Thailand, and I've been here for ages, and the card has expired, and I didn't notice because no one asked me about the expiry date, and I want a new one sending out. And you see, old me, it's not a big deal, is it? Old me, with that dread that I was having, would have started thinking, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be in Thailand. It makes no sense, hey? But I'm getting sidetracked. Face the situation, take physical action. Let's find out what this is about for you, Arabella. Oh, being at peace with being supportive. Okay. Oh, this old chestnut. Right. This is the tricky bit when you have been working on codependency, on overgiving and stuff like that. Opening up to being supportive to people again. And you questioning yourself, is this me overgiving again? Is this me, yeah, am I allowed to do that? Or is this me sabotaging again? That's what it is. Being at peace with being supportive, so that it's time to put yourself out there again. Arabella, This is saying to me that you've been working on that codependency, on that overgiving thing, on that being too supportive or putting all the work in a situation. Now it comes time to you being open to being supportive again, allowing that. You need to become at peace with that and knowing what you know already and what you've learned already, and that you will notice. And yes, you're going to trip up. We're all going to do it. We're all going to overgive in a situation and then realize, and that's called learning even more about it. Universe will give us trickier situations where it flies under the radar a little bit more. So you're opening back up to being supportive. That's what your higher self wants to tell you. And just take some physical steps now to do that. No problem, Tanya. Chris, it's really hard not to fall suspect to that worthless feeling when you've been berated for 30 years. Yeah. Never forget the last thing Mike said to me when I moved out. He said I would never find anyone stupid enough to love me. Oh my God. What an asshole. Wow. Let go of that one, Chris. So that's still in your energy. Damn. So you said, I will never forget the last thing Mike said to me. That means you're still holding on to that. You've got that as a belief about yourself, Chris, that you're still holding on to. Damn. Let go of that one. Yeah. That's, ugh, yuck. Maria, June for Cancer is not great, isn't it? How does my higher self want me to deal with it? Past my sabotages for egg. Huh? Possibly my sabotages, for example? Is that what you're trying to say? June for Cancer is not great. How does my higher self want me to deal with it? You're welcome, Arabella. How does your higher self want you to deal with it, Maria? Oh, interesting. Create what you know. This is really interesting. Right. So when I listen to my daily reads and the reads that I do, because I'm really not paying attention to anyone else's readings anymore, and it says in that, say in the daily read, if it's like today's, be careful of, see people as they really are, be careful of being over generous to people and imagining that they're great and stuff like that. I hear a reading like that and I'm like, well, I already know that and I'm not going to create that. I already know I create more than that. So if I were to have a reading where it's like, oh, watch out for your finances and stuff like that, it's like, oh, I'm on top of it. I'm already beyond that, right? This is saying, Maria, create what you know. You create what you know. This you can't be taken down. I just know it's not true for me, right? When it comes up in a reading, that kind of stuff, because it's not going to happen to me because I'm already creating beyond that. And so this is what your higher self is trying to tell you, Maria. Create beyond that. Create beyond it. Of course, these readings, it's about helping the general readings, but it's about helping people out to create what it is that they want. It doesn't mean, well, you go back to square one, back to unlearning that thing that you know. If you've already learned something and you're already creating beyond it, you're already creating beyond it, and it doesn't apply. But if you're shaken by something in a reading, that means you haven't moved beyond it yet. Yeah. This is saying, like, you're a creative being, Maria. Know what you create. Be more sure in yourself. But release guilt, and is it true? Okay. So there's an element here of feeling guilty about faking it till you make it. That's what these two cards are saying together. You're faking it until you make it and you feel guilty about that. And so you're sabotaging yourself with that energy. This is why, this is when um, affirmations that aren't true trip us up. It can work for some people, but if you're doing this, if you're feeling guilty because you're trying to fake it, if your mind is screaming at yourself, I'm lying, I'm a fake, I'm a phony, when you're affirming things to yourself, that is undermining. Yeah. For that reason, affirmations never work for me. So, putting these two together, Maria, create what you know. Create what you know. Like, be where you're at and create what you know. And yeah, be honest about where you're at now with yourself. And then, yeah, let go of that. I would, this seems to be saying like that fake it till you make it or affirming stuff isn't going to work for you. You need to be truthful with yourself right now. That's true for me too. That works way better than me. You know, we've all got different personality types. Some people might be able to. Some people can set goals. Like here's an interesting one. I do Denise Dovhill Thomas's Money Bootcamp thing. Been in it for many years since she first started it in like 2012, I think it was. And there's some people. There's thousands of people in that program, but there's some people that can set goals, like financial goals, like $50,000, right, for the week. $50,000. Focus on that, and they can tell people in that group to hold them accountable to that, and that fires them up and that gets them there. If I do that, nah, my money turns to shit. I don't earn anything. It's just depends on how you're approaching things, your approach, what it does to you inside, how it makes you feel. And that's Maria is saying that your higher self is saying that there's an approach that you're taking, like a fake it till you make it or an affirmation thing that just makes you feel worse, gets you more out of alignment. That makes sense? Hey, Tawana. What's going on here in the comments? Let's all go and beat Chris's axe up. Yeah, for sure, Chris, you're holding on to that. You're holding on to that belief. I'm so glad you told us this because, yeah, you're holding on to that belief. Isn't that true? When someone said something horrible to us like that, we're adamant that it's not true. But when we're holding on to it like that, when we can't forget it, and it's still impacting us emotionally, that means that we've believed it. Ay, ay. Wow, it is. It's huge. Siggles is right. It's an energetic whammy. Damn. It's huge. Whew. I need some more coffee to get over that. Did I do everybody? I think I did. I need a pee as well because I'm hydrated. I'm going to pee and get coffee. I'll be right back with you. Hi, I'm back. Seedles, you write all the horrible things down so you can reference them later. Burn the statements. Yeah. Oi. Hydration. Oh, yeah. There's an ant in my coffee. There was ants all over. There's ants trying to get to my honey. I got a saucer. I have my honey squeezer thing in a saucer of water, and of course it evaporates and top it up. But there were some ants trying to do that bridge thing to get to the honey. Bridge thing, you know? I've seen ants all trying to do the bridge thing to get to something. Persistent. It wasn't that honey. Melissa, you did the same thing. Lots of statements from my ex. It is. It's powerful, isn't it? Writing it down. Write down that crap. He still had a pen of his. Used that to write them down. Burn them. Good job. Yeah. Oh, I remember. I actually wrote a book. It's never going to be published. You're never going to see it. There's only one person that's ever read it, and that's Jared, my ex. He cried. It was cathartic for me to write it, but in that book, I actually wrote a letter to each member of my family, and I did it with pen and paper first of all. And one of them, so much anger was coming out of me that I ended up like holding the pen. I started out like this, and I ended up like this, and it was almost like gouging out, ripping the page to shreds. Massive, massive letters. Very cathartic it was. Very cathartic. It's not going to be published. It was just total therapy for me, that. Don't want anyone as stupid as him. Maria, that makes sense. I now have a gift, but because I've only done it for family friends, I feel scared that I'm not good enough. Believe. I'm not taking that. Am I communicating my needs? We had that last time. Bored. I'm bored of that. Moving on. Give us some homework. You need to do that, Connie. Yeah, it's important, and you need time and the space to do it, because it can like wreck your day. I mean, don't intend to do anything else that day. Don't be around other people and stuff like that. I like give yourself the space just to be a complete mess. Who's doing voodoo? Burning stuff isn't voodoo. It's a release. Smashing stuff as well. It's one of my favourites. Smashing stuff is great. Let's get a card out. Also, homework. You burn it under the light of the full moon. Saying what you're releasing. Yeah, I haven't had to do anything like that for ages. But yeah, there was a time when I did a lot of that stuff. I had vows to release as well. Vows that I'd made to myself. What is this? It's possible. Am I willing? Are you? Are you willing? Oh, the feather. Now, feathers. You might have seen healers with feathers. You might know about this, you might not know about this. Feathers, very interesting, energetic tool. Feathers, you might know that feathers show up, right? White feathers might show up when our angels show that they're around. If we've got just got out of a scrape, if the universe is scraping us up off the floor, white feathers will show up, or other feathers will show up. And feathers, they disperse the energy. You know, the whole shape of them, the line, and then it feathering out. If you just think of that energetically, taking a, I can't, it's messing with my brain. Taking a very powerful pointed energy and then dispersing it out, softening it up. Use feathers in energy healings. It has that effect. Am I willing? I don't know why I needed to explain that, but maybe it'll make more sense. Am I willing? You're on the edge of something great. Can you feel it? Yes, there's a risk, uncertainty, and imperfections ahead. Failure is certain, and vulnerability is a requirement. Okay, vulnerability is a requirement. So, what were we just told about that full moon? It was revealing some of our vulnerabilities, yeah? For us to notice that and to be more sure about ourselves in the face of those vulnerabilities. So, we're on the edge of something. We've been told that for ages. Something big is about to happen. There's risk, uncertainty, and imperfections ahead. We've got to be okay with ourselves with that. We're going to be imperfect with it. We're going to be vulnerable. Because failure is certain and vulnerability is a requirement. You must be brave and trust yourself more than ever before. Right? And so this full moon is showing us how we're not trusting ourselves. Brought that stuff up for us to release that. You will reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief and willingness in order to move forward with courage. Makes sense? Today's soul action, be brave, follow your heart's compass and lift the lid on your own dreams. Today's mantra, it's possible. Powerful. Are you willing? You love smashing glass? Me too. Woo! In the Amazon, we gave something no longer needed back to the river. Yep, Father's showing up. Okay, more cards. Oh, now we're into tarot. Yay, it's tarot time. Whatever next. Okay, what do we need to know about guides? Ten of Swords. Something's over. Strength. Wow, really being called into our power, aren't we? $11. Your strength and courage will only increase as you believe in your innate ability to learn, heal, and evolve. This is a powerful card that regards the emergence of your higher self. one that's full of grace, love, and compassion. You're strong enough to navigate through the challenges and obstacles, which also highlights your ever-expanding state of consciousness. Understanding how strength mostly comes from within is directly related to how you harness your own energy. This leads to spiritual growth, as you're able to identify the vibrational qualities of your thoughts. Ooh. Remember, it's also important to treat others with compassion, love, and kindness. Strength also comes from being mindful of how we interact and communicate with the people around us. So, getting to this place of strength coming from self-love and the things that we've learned about ourselves. And yeah, it's important to be strong in our way forward. Smashing is great. It's smashing. Smashing is smashing. Coffee's good too. Right, so we've got strength. Being made stronger, being prepared for something, and it's an internal strength that we're getting that from. Knowing ourselves. Did that just drop? It's hard to know when these cards are actually throwing something out or just slippy as can be. Okay, let's try that again. That came out properly. 7 of Wands. The strength and then the 7 of Wands. What are we being prepared for here? Battle. Challenges. Being assertive. Being assertive. Did anyone see that meme that I put up? I need to find that now. Oh. Jamie's asking to join the group. Let me just find it. Here you go. When you're not used to being confident, confidence feels like arrogance. When you're used to being passive, assertiveness feels like aggression. When you're not used to getting your needs met, prioritizing yourself feels selfish. Your comfort zone is not a good benchmark. How true is that? Right. That is very true. And so that's what I'm getting from this here, strength, is when you're used to being passive, being assertive feels like aggression, and it's not aggression. It's being assertive. And so those people that don't feel powerful can try and assert that power over people, take it over people, be pushy and all of that. That's not true strength, is it? No. I don't know. I'm just getting this, being assertive. Let's read it out anyway. 7 of Wands. When the 7 of Wands comes up in a reading, have you been struggling to get on top? Or did you finally get to the top and you're still fighting to stay there? Whether you're trying to reach a goal or struggling to keep that goal, this card reminds you to keep your determination and yourself in check. Be assertive and keep your dignity. Hold your own, so to speak. Life will be challenging and constantly shows us how strong we can really be. I'm just getting this feeling of holding yourself back. Like good people hold themselves back because they don't want to appear aggressive. They don't want to be assertive because they don't want to appear aggressive, because all of they're seeing is people that aren't good people. It's not really about being good or bad person. It's about not found that true strength within yourself yet. See people that haven't found the true strength within them yet being aggressive, right? And so people that are doing the work on themselves can back off from confidence because they don't want to appear arrogant. They can back off from being assertive because they don't want to appear aggressive and all of that. We've got to own our strength and allow ourselves to be those things, you know. Be assertive and keep your dignity. Hold your own, so to speak. Life will be challenging and constantly shows us how strong we can really be. This card may also indicate someone harassing you, trying to use you as a scapegoat or challenging you. But what they don't know is that you're already one step ahead and will not be taken advantage of. Be assertive. Interesting. So yeah, we're being invited to step into our true power and not hold back anymore just because some people aren't. Just because some people aren't in their power. Thank you, Sherry, for your donation. Sherry, let's get you some high self guidance. Sherry, talk to your friends. Talk to someone, a friend. Who? What's this about, Sherry? Time alone and gratitude. A friend that you've taken time out from. Talk to them again. Being grateful for that time out. This could be one of those friends, real friends, where it doesn't matter how long you've been apart for. The ones that you don't have to constantly, what's that word? Mollycoddle. It's an unneedy friend. One of those true friends where you can take a break and they don't take it personally and start attacking you. Get back in touch with them. Being grateful for that break that you've had. Being grateful for that there's still a friend, a true friend. Do you know who I'm talking about? I like friendships like that, when they're not needy. Because then I can go with the flow of my life. And focus on what my higher self is wanting me to focus on, and without trying to manage other people, you know. You're not sure who it is. It's not giving me anything. Appreciate yourself and be with nature there. Well, yeah, maybe they'll get in touch. Yeah, maybe they'll get in touch. But it's just a nice energy, I like it. Sherry, an easy friend, a really good friendship is opening back up, flowing back in for you. Very nice energy. I like it. Yeah, and so Sherry, if someone pops into your mind, then get in touch with them. But it might be the other way around. They might be getting in touch with you. I mean, which comes first, the chicken or the egg? Who's manifesting this? Do you think of them first, or are they thinking of you, calling you, and then you think of them? Or is it all a co-creation? Just let it flow. Maria, you've been criticized for being over-caring, overprotective, oversensitive, too controlling. You thought you were just caring. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I've got friends like that, and it's really, it's controlling. When people are like that, it's controlling, and it's draining. And I understand both sides of it because I've been like that too. And so you think that you're being really giving and caring and stuff like that, and you don't realize that you're draining everyone around you. It's a needy thing. It's a needy energy. But we think we're helping, we think we're giving when we're doing it. They are the best kind of friends, Sherry. I like that for you. I want one like that. I've got a few like that. Really nice. Tarot. So strength and stepping up to the plate there, not holding ourselves back anymore. So what judgments have you got about yourself? I had judgments about, I've talked about this before, I had judgments about being assertive and aggressive. I would not own it. I would not own my aggressive or assertive side at all, while I was still hadn't healed from the violence, because I was trying to deny that I was that. And so then it can only come out when we're a denier about ourselves. We say, no, I don't have that part in me at all. I don't have an aggressive bone in my body. Then it comes out in the negative form. Then it can only work against us. It's going to undermine us. Whatever we're ignoring, it undermines us. It comes out in its negative expression. Got the Eight of Cups walking away here, and Two of Pentacles, letting it be up in the air. Letting something go and allowing it to be up in the air. Stepping into the unknown. So if you're clinging on to anything from the past, like an idea that someone's coming back or something like that, we need to get out of that and just be up in the air, as in open to all possibilities. Anything is possible right now if we're not holding ourselves to some kind of restriction of what could happen. So be open to the unknown. It's where all possibility exists, rather than trying to cling on to, oh, well, this person's coming back. Or remember on Wednesday when it was all about that one door closes, another one opens, stop banging on that door that's closed. It's that kind of an energy. But this is more being like Two of Pentacles. Let that be okay, everything being up in the air, because that's where all possibility, infinite possibility exists there in the unknown. It's a good place to be. So again, it's about letting go, letting go, letting go. What else? But when you truly get that, when you understand that possibility is only in the unknown, we resist it so much as human beings. We want things to be known. We want to know where we're headed. But the best possibilities are in the unknown. And you'll have experienced it before. Being open to the unknown. That's why travel is so great, because we open ourselves up to the unknown. When we're in that energy, infinite possibility exists. Magical things happen when you travel. Had a shower, wash all of that crap away. The same people don't like you standing back now and saying no. You've changed. Yeah, they don't. They don't like that. Oh, the sun. What's he doing? The gardener, the new gardener that only smiles at me when we're not in this part. If I see him anywhere else, he gives me a big grin. If I walk past him here, he's like eyes down and doesn't look at me. It's sweet. The sun. So, the sun's going to come out in infinite possibility when we're open to whatever could happen. The unknown's a good place. So resistant to it. It's where the best stuff is. Where the wild things are. Dad was constantly was aggressive about impressing upon me that the biggest problem was being too damn sensitive. To extremes. Or what else could you have been in the light of that, you know? A match or the opposite. It's the only possibilities, isn't it? If you'd found balance, you would have been balanced too. But we can only have children when we're done, young and dumb. Jamie, thank you. All things considered, is it safe for me to tell my husband I want a divorce and I'm not coming home now? Is it safe for you to tell your husband you want a divorce and not coming home? Yes, safe. Let's find out more about that, Jamie. Oh, look at this. Wow, talk about good timing with what I was just talking about as well. Stepping into the unknown. Look at that, freedom and I'm limitless. Limitless possibilities into the unknown. Yes, it feels like divine timing as well for you to do this. Step into that unknown. Wow, I love that. That's really positive energy. Freedom and I'm limitless. There's literally no better cards that could have come out than for you, Jamie. Right, soften and open and blame now. So yes, there's going to be backlash, but you're safe, right? You're safe in that. In other words, you personally, you're going to be able to deal with it. So Chris's situation, right, where her ex said that to her and she took it on. She took it on. And she's held it with her for a long time. You're not going to do that. So you've got more safety in yourself here. Soften and open and blame. You're not going to do that. You're not going to take that stuff on because crap gets hurled at you. And that's probably why you're asking, is it safe for you? You know that that's going to happen. Yes, it's going to happen. There's no amount of preparation that we can do to stop other people from being human beings around us, right? But you're going to be safe in that. You're strong enough. So blame is going to be hurled around, but you don't need to take it on. Infinite possibility. Yeah, go for it. Scared about the lawyer thing. So the sun's coming out in infinite possibilities when we'll let go of the past, when we'll walk away from it and allow things to be up in the air. Allow it to be unknown. The sun's coming out though. It's a very good thing. Happiness. Let's get more out. Not many cards today. Watch about 5 come out now. Yeah, 2 came out of the light seers, but just 1 for the rest. What else do we need to know about this? Sun and unlimited possibilities. That's interesting. We've got the 9 of Wands out with the Page of Pentacles here. This is about being wise. You know why? Page of Pentacles, right? Naive one. Being open to any kind of opportunity, like just being open-hearted. Maybe the universe is giving me an amazing offer here. Let's see. Let's see. But also the Nine of Wands, like ready to protect yourself, ready to turn your back on it. If once you recognize that an opportunity has got some of that old energy that you've experienced before that you know isn't right for you, it's being ready, being wary but being open. This is like being totally, if in these extremes, it's like totally naively open to anything and anyone and getting walked all over and getting knocked around. This Nine of Wands is the opposite, right? Being totally closed down to everybody, ready to beat them all up. The coming out together is the middle ground. It's allowing yourself to be open in an appearing naive way, but you're not naive, because as soon as someone shows you who they are, watch and listen carefully. As soon as someone shows you who they are, okay, yeah, so back to this. We've got this golden moment, the golden opportunity. Watch and listen carefully. Some of them can be no, some of them can be yeses. We take what we've learned and we're in this stability where we can either say, we say yes first until we're shown anything that makes us say no. I used to believe that law of attraction thing that like if you just sort your vibration out, then you won't even see things anymore that are other. No, you won't. You just get better at dealing with life on life's terms, you know, making better decisions for yourself. I was listening to a call yesterday from this course that, again, another one of Denise Duffield Thomas's courses. It's about money archetypes, and she was live yesterday. And I was watching that, and it was interesting because she was talking about being a millionaire, and she's saying that a lot of people have a fear about success because they think that everyone's going to expect them to pay for everything then. You know, like suddenly your family and your friends are not going to love you anymore. They're going to expect you to pay for everything. And she was just like sharing her experience of being a millionaire, and she said like, well, I've bought some, I don't know, I can't remember who it was now, a sister, no, a cousin or something, a house. And there's just these things that she can do now, but she said she chooses. But she said it's not changed. She chooses when she wants to give to someone, same as she always did. And I was thinking that's really interesting because in my situation now on this island, yeah, there's a lot of people in a lot of financial hardship. And there's some I want to help out because they're helping themselves, right? If they could work, they would work, and they do help themselves as much as they possibly can. I'll help those people out. But then there's some people that just want to, you know, when I think about it, and there's somebody that's left the island and they didn't do well when times were good here. They're not helping themselves. That's a drain kind of thing. And I'm like, you know what, she's right. I already do make those good decisions of who to give to and who not to give to. It's that kind of thing. It's like we learn about ourselves. The Nine of Wands and the Page of Pentacles, when to say no, when to say yes, learning about life and learning about what, it's just making good choices for ourselves and good choices for other people based on what we know too. So I thought that was interesting. You walked away from your marriage of 23 years with nothing but more freedom. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, it's a big thing, isn't it? It is a big thing, Jamie. So much involved with divorce and stuff like that. Yeah, it's tricky. Okay, what else do I need to know? I wasn't getting a thing from those two cards. There we go. Confusion and setbacks. Great. Two sevens here. Seven of Swords, confusion and setbacks. So it's not going to be clear cut, and we're still going to have to learn, and we're still going to have to apply what it is that we've been learning. And yeah, and those lessons might get a bit gnarlier or trickier. Not gnarlier, really, just trickier, harder to see the intricacies involved. And then you realise that you're doing the same thing. It's like, damn it, I've fallen into codependency again, and I thought I was this time. Something like that. Hello, Gabe. Learning who to give to becomes easy when you see those who are truly appreciative. The ones you shouldn't be helping usually only complain. Isn't that right? I see it in my business. I see it in my business. The ones that complain are the ones, like when I used to do like free readings on Facebook or something to promote my stuff, mini reads. It was fun. I really liked doing it, but damn, they were the people that would complain, the ones that get it for free, not the ones that pay for a private reading. The ones that get it for free. Bizarre. Yeah, you learn a lot when a relationship breaks down, for sure. Gabe, general guidance for you. How long have you been looking for, Gabe? Talk to someone, face a situation. This is someone from your past. Something that's been going around and around in your mind. Something that still needs to be said to them. Something that annoys you. You need to speak it out to them. Someone from the past. Not too recent past, maybe the last, I don't know, 6 months or something like that. It feels to me like someone you've parted your ways with. Something needs to be said there. Face that situation and say it. You know, when there's something keeps on coming, you keep on having that conversation in your head, you want to tell them that thing. But then you hold yourself back because you think, oh, no, it's just being mean saying it. It's not, it's releasing. If you've got something inside of you that needs to be said, it's releasing. And I wonder what it is on their part with that kind of situation, looking at it from a spiritual perspective. Why would we not be allowed to let something go without speaking it out? Well, maybe it's really important for their karma, for their lessons. Maybe the universe is going, you know how I say, the universe has to trust us to give correct feedback. It could be because of that. You need to give that correct feedback to them. Their higher self is like, however, how are we going to get this lesson to this person if no one will tell them that thing? Something to say. Compassion and time alone. I feel like this is what you're trying to do. Is leave them alone, be compassionate. You want it to fizzle out. You want to not have to say that thing. You think it's yours. You think it's yours to deal with rather than speaking it out. It's not. It's a co-creation. Everything's a co-creation. Does that make sense? Do you know who I'm talking about, Gabe? You need to talk to someone. You need to tell them that thing that's been bugging you. It's not going to dissipate within you. Because for some reason the universe wants you to say it to them as well as you releasing it for you. Okay, let's get more cards out. You really learn who people are when a relationship breaks down, right? Only know your level when you let them go. Especially Geminis, right? Whoa! turn into someone else. You think you do? Good. What else do we need to know about all of this then? It's not saying get ready for a fight. It's saying get ready to apply what you've learned. That's what this is saying. Get ready to apply what you've learned. The royal you, again, we've got this majesty. This. About our vulnerabilities. She lives inside each of us. She's the queen of the vulnerable heart, the yearning soul, the seeking mind. She helps us see our majesty, helps us to honor our gifts, hone our skills, and be true to our word. Let us not diminish ourselves with endless self-criticism and self-negation. We must wear our own crown of light with love, with confidence, grace, and generosity of spirit. We all have something to teach and share with our fellows. Cultivate kindness and respect toward yourself so that your gifts may flourish and be shared freely with those around you. And the important bit here is she's the queen of the vulnerable heart, the yearning soul, and the seeking mind. So we've been alerted to our vulnerabilities that we're trying to still hide from or avoid or push down in the last few days around that full moon. Royal You wants to come out, but there's something about vulnerability that's very important there and stopping the self-criticism. The Royal You, stick that up there. The person isn't a relationship person, it's friends. Felt like this sabotaged your relationship somehow. Scorpio's vengeful eye. Hello, Marcy. A powerful move. Again, this card, the chess piece, is a powerful move. There's a lot of power in this, isn't there? Today, strength. The Seven of Wands. A lot of personal power in all of this. You had cut them off in no way by not talking to them, yeah. But recently had to go to a wedding and saw them again. That's what I was feeling. It's someone that you're not talking to, but you need to. There's something to be said there. The Royal You, a powerful move. Wow. The Storyteller. Now, I've just noticed that that's 15 and 16 and 17. So, in order, 15 is a powerful move. I'm just feeling, you know how the tarot is a progression in a story? I'm feeling like these cards might be as well. So, a powerful move leads you to releasing those vulnerabilities. It's not releasing those vulnerabilities, it's knowing that the vulnerabilities are there, being able to deal with them, gaining the wisdom from it, and being able to shine forth. Like that whole, I don't want to be assertive because I've been pained by aggressive people before. I don't want to be confident because I've been pained by arrogant people before. It's that whole thing. Learning from it, the vulnerabilities, and being cool with ourselves. None of that self-criticism anymore. So the powerful move then turns into the Royal You, that then the Storyteller starts a new chapter when we can let things be up in the air. 15, 16, 17. When we can let things be up in the air. Then we can start a new story. A new chapter in our lives. Are we willing? Hal said about that rebirth into the unknown. Your Majesty. Let's get some more cards out. What time is it? September. Okay, let's take it. What about September? $4 months off. Thanks, Marcy, for your donation. Got a question? Oh, May. It's May now. September and May. Have you got a question, Marcy, for your reading? I wonder if it's last September. I think it feels like the September coming. We're in May right now. Tell us about September and May. How they're connected. Carrot. So we're getting the carrots now. September's your birthday. Woo! Party at Seedle's place. Carrots. Guaranteed success. In September. The carrots are now in May. So it's telling us something big is about to happen, right? In September. But we need to get ready for it now as if it's about to happen tomorrow. We've got to believe that. That's the carrot. We've got to believe it's happening now. Otherwise we not get ready for it. Or like September, oh, I'll just put my feet up until September then. Higher selfless. No. It'll be next year if you do that. Marcy, do I wait for my guy or do I move on? Do you wait for your guy? Do you wait for your guy? No, don't wait for him. Why? Tell us more about this for Marcy. Don't wait. Like the pick a card reads have been, many of them have been saying that lately. Don't wait. Let them go. Empower yourself, what you resist persists. So yeah, not standing in your true power, Marcy. Empower yourself instead. So it's something about aiming too low with that person. Don't wait for someone. It could have been that they were a step up at the time, but there's someone better for you. Don't wait. Give us more about that. So you're resisting stepping into your power and moving forward. What I mean by that is there'll be some kind of a, well, maybe that's the best relationship that I've found so far, so maybe that's all I can get. There's that settling. Don't settle. Don't lower your standards. Simply be patient. Simply be patient. Don't go backwards. Don't wait. Just simply be patient. Be open. Like this was saying, 8 of Cups, that's leaving that relationship, letting it go in your mind and letting things be up in the air. Being open and ready for whatever is next. Whatever is next. I'll see. Don't wait. Move on. But simply be patient. We've got to move on first in our minds, right? And let them go in our minds, in our energy field. Maybe in September it's when it's going to happen for you, me, and everybody. Carrots. Oh, that card. I love that there's a carrot card in this deck, though. I wish there was a carrot card in every deck. Could make a carrot deck. That would be funny. Often if we wait for someone, they don't complete what they needed to anyway. Yeah. And it's not a judgment on them. Just seeing them as they are, right? You're not saying, you will never grow, you'll never learn, you'll never do anything. It's not a judgment on them like that. It's just, oh, you're being who you're being right now, and I'm being who I'm being, and we're both humans, and that's okay, and just going to be open to something else. Vase, secret admirer. Ooh. My crush is being a slut. Well, posting about being a slut on Facebook. It's weird, isn't it? Is what someone posts on Facebook the truth? Well, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, probably. Secret admirer and tiger. Doing something risky, taking a chance. Feels like them, the secret admirer. Slowly though. Tortoise. Taking a chance slowly. The secret admirer. You're being watched. I'm being watched. I'm on YouTube. Courage. A journey, either physical or mental. The secret admirer is going through something right now. A journey, physical or mental. It's slow, but they're going to take the risk at some point. Maybe in September. Or May. They better hurry up if it's May. How many days does May have? And I've never learned that. May finishes on Monday, so they've got until Monday or September. The carrots are happening in May. Okay, the carrots are happening in May. Sister's wedding's in September. Ooh. Yeah. Buffet of single men. Weddings. When they're all cracked open a little bit and they're all like feeling a bit more romantic and that it's actually possible because two people seem to be making it possible. There's all of that hope. Maybe there's hope for you at that wedding. Well, see, you realised over a year ago I had feelings for him. I waited 6 months to tell him. Since then, I've taken 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. Yep. 4 days left. We better hurry up now. It's just carrots, carrots, carrots. Who's this? Marcy. I know. A carrot deck. It'd be funny. Tell us more. Archway. This is about us now. Archway. New opportunities, possibilities, paths opening up. Where was that? Where was that energy? This, this page of wands. We've got to be open to the new now, move forward, and just be open to possibilities and realize that we've learned. So we head down those old paths that we've been down before. We'll recognize it this time or not. We recognize it eventually. Disappointment in a friend or a lover. Yeah, new opportunities, possibilities, disappointed in the past that it didn't work out, but hey. Club. Someone will try and make you do something against your will. I'd like to see them try. I'd like to see them try. Someone from the past. A goal-oriented person, a pushy person. I'm not saying that goal-oriented people are always pushy people, but that's what I'm getting from this. Someone will try and make you do something against your will. Someone that's disappointing you. Root. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goal. So you're going to have to be stubborn and say no to that person. This is about now, not September. And then we've got an older woman. Thanks, Deepta. What's this older woman about? I do like these cards for doing this. Taking us on little stories. She's a rat. Someone's working against you behind your back. This older woman. Oh. Strong emotion, passionate love or hate. I just got a family vibe from it then. Why? What's that lesson got to do with? Driving or trying to drive a wedge between you and someone else or something that you want. Jealous old woman, maybe. Involvement with the law. Gossiping about you behind your back. Muddled, unclear thinking. So don't get caught up in that. What I mean, like, don't make that mean anything. When somebody, so if there's someone around this time, an older woman, who's jealous, that's trying to cause trouble for you, getting in the way, trying to get you to do things that you don't want to do, all of that stuff, just pay them no attention. Don't get involved in it. It's about them. Peter Rabbit. The carrot stack. Carrots. You got a question, Deepta? Okay. I'm going to do a twin flame pick a card read today. I was told yesterday that that's what I'm doing today, so I'm doing that. And I'm also doing Virgo through Aries as well for the weeklies. I've already done the other for 6. But yeah, a twin flame reading. I don't know why for the pick a card, but that's what I was told yesterday, so that's what I'm doing today. And I feel like doing that. No, maybe I should wait for the pick a card. General guidance for Deepta. I'll wait for the pick a card. Deepta's feeling guilty. Is this thought useful? No. Guilt's never useful. Guilt attracts punishment. We sabotage ourselves when we feel guilty because it feels better. Being caught or sabotaging ourselves, punishing ourselves feels better than that guilt, the weight of that guilt. So you're feeling guilty about something, Deepta. You need to release that guilt. Easier said than done. Let's help Deepta out here. How? What? Guilt. About being alone. About who am I? Time alone. Taking your time. Is this about you not working? Yeah, about taking your time, about being alone, feeling guilty about that. Self-indulgent. Is it self-indulgent? We have to be there. Wow, I took so many years to do that. To work on me. I needed a lot. I needed most of my time to myself. Who am I? Time alone. So you're feeling guilty about that. Self-indulgent about the time that you spend on yourself, by yourself, for yourself. It's okay. If anything, most people are the opposite of that. It's probably why you're feeling guilty. Most people are the opposite of that. It's like, ignore your feelings and just keep on going, keep on doing stuff, keep on supporting everyone else, pleasing everyone else, keep on working. Don't take time for yourself. Don't look within. Don't sort that stuff out. So maybe that's why you're feeling guilty, Deepta, is because most people aren't doing that, and so you think, oh, maybe I should be like them. No, I don't be like them. You read my pick a card from 6 months ago about secrets. Flopsy mopsy cotton tail and things. Oh yeah, sorry, Deepta. Try and release that guilt. Be more like me. I don't mean it like that. Be more like me, allowing myself to have that time, knowing it's really important to have that time to myself, than be like those people that just soldier on. There's nothing wrong with you taking time for yourself, Deepta. Bye, Twanda. Good night, Chris. I'm headed out as well. I'm not going to bed though. I'm going to make videos. So thanks everyone for coming along. Hope that helped you, Deepta, and everybody. I'm going to get about my day now. And yeah. So try and be open to all possibilities. Know that we're ready for much more now. We've learned a lot. Have a good day, everybody. Have a great weekend as well. Yeah, have a great weekend. I'll be uploading all of those videos this weekend. The pick a card in the weeklies. And I'll be having a good weekend too. So thanks for your donations, thanks for your very presence, thanks for clicking like on this video as well, and all your support of my channel. It's very much appreciated. And I'll see you all next time. Monday. Let's regroup on Monday. Get through this weekend first. I think it's going to be getting easier though from that full moon madness. Bye. Have a good one. Yeah, and smash things.